Now recording.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We have two new people that I'd like to introduce, two new interns, Samuel and Jonathan, as you can see them. I want to start with Samuel because I have a project for him that while Paul is around, I like to discuss it. So first, Samuel, do you want to say a few words about yourself so everybody would know you?
Yes, of course. Obviously, my name is Samuel. I'm from Arlington, Virginia. I'm a senior at USC studying international relations and global business. Recently, I've been in a course regarding global security, which has been very interesting to me. And I think doing something maybe perhaps more related in that field is becoming more and more interesting. So I'd certainly like to be more involved with anything regarding that, but also more than willing to learn about how technology and other aspects of international relations and foreign policy can affect that own topic itself. But I'm very excited to be here, very privileged, and I'm honored to be in such a position where I can learn from you guys and also conduct my own research. So very much looking forward to it.
Well, it's great to have you, Samuel.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sam. And the project I have in mind, and again, I want to make sure that you like the project. So it's about geopolitics of AI. I will be traveling extensively. Paul has a very interesting background. He's an associate working with us. You can see his profile on the website. So I was going to ask Paul to supervise this project. Of course, I will be around and Greg will be around as well. But first of all, Sam, I want to make sure that you like the project. We have done a similar project that I can send you a link to see. That was about geopolitics of 5G, and we done about geopolitics of data. So this one will be geopolitics of AI. How do you feel about that?
I think it's certainly interesting. I feel that it's a topic that perhaps I might use some guidance initially with in terms of like finding the correct sources and such, but I do think it's a very interesting topic.
Paul, would you have time to supervise Sam on this project? You're muted, Paul. I hope we haven't lost Paul. Paul, do you hear us? We lost him completely.
Okay.
Right on time. Okay, Sam, I think the way we will do it is, I think you would need some initial kind of research for yourself. Greg, how would you suggest to do it?
Well, it would be nice if Paul had a couple ideas of places to start to look.
Okay. Okay. So that's how I'm going to do it, Sam. I will contact Paul and to see if he could supervise you. If he could, then that's fine. If he can't, I will send you some sources. But as I mentioned,
Sammy, one place to start would be with the recent book by Eric Schmidt and Henry Kissinger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, noted. I'll go ahead and write that down. Eric Schmidt, you said.
Eric Schmidt and
Yes.
Henry Kissinger.
So we have Catherine here. Hello.
Hello, Catherine.
Okay, so it seems we have a bit of problem there. So yeah, we will send you either Paul, Greg mentioned one source. I will send you more sources and I will see if Paul could do it. Otherwise, I may not be accessible for 2 weeks. After that, I will help. Meanwhile, Greg and Paul will help you. So in that sense, I think you should be comfortable and you can start to do some search yourself. Sam, do you think you will be comfortable this way?
Yes, I think so. And I can certainly try to find time on my own to talk with Paul as well when time is better for him. But I think starting with that source and getting what you have as well would certainly help right now.
All right. Okay. So we have that project. Then we have Sam. We have Jonathan here. Jonathan, would you like to say a few things about yourself?
Hi, I'm John. I'm from upstate New York. I'm a junior at USC studying international relations also. And I'm just really excited to be on this team and to work with you all and learn from you all and conduct and help with research.
Thank you.
Great, welcome.
So, Jonathan, for you, I think Greg would have some projects for you. Greg, would you like to discuss anything about Jonathan?
Yeah, I should, I'm John, I'm finishing a book, so I've got lots of odds and ends and bits and pieces. If you didn't mind doing some of that, that would be great. But you could also maybe send me a note saying, what are the things you're interested in? What would you like to dig in more deeply into? And maybe we can work out a combination of something, because I don't want you to end up doing just those little details that one has to do at the end of a book. But I want to make sure that the work is interesting as well. So the more you can give me some sense for what is particularly on your mind, where would you like to go? What are issues that particularly interest you? I'm sure we can work out a kind of a combination that will be both helpful to me and interesting to you.
Yeah, of course, that sounds great. I'd be happy to help you with the final ends of your book. And also, I'd say for me, I'm generally interested in global politics as a whole. Specifically, I like to focus on democracy and development, and also how technology affects democracy. But I'd be happy to work with you on anything.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Well, I'll get back to you with more details then.
Mm-hmm. Paul, could you talk now?
Yep. I think.
Okay. We're listening, Paul. Okay, I think we have a bit of problem, Paul. So what it is, I will contact you and I will introduce Sam. What I like is really the AI project, geopolitics and AI, and I would like you to help supervise Sam in this project. So
Okay.
why don't we discuss it online through internet, through email, and see how it goes. Is that okay, Paul?
Yeah, no, that sounds, I don't know if you can hear me, but no, that sounds fine.
Yes, we can hear you fine now.
Okay, yeah, no, that should be fine.
Fantastic. In this case, I will send an email, introduce Sam to you, and maybe you could help Sam to start his research. And I will be away for a couple of weeks, but I will come back and I will join you guys. And of course, Greg is around if you need him. So on that note, I think Paul left us, and I hope he could enjoy the rest of the evening and attend his concert. I think he's back to France now again. So, okay, Jonathan, I think that, so you will work with Greg, and I think Greg has your email already. Is that correct, Greg?
You're on USC email, John?
Yes.
That's easy, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, so you contact together and we sort it out. George, unfortunately, is not here for some reason. He hasn't been able to join us. So we can continue with our usual meetings. So, yeah, what I can report to you is that I will be going to Malaysia, to Kuala Lumpur for a conference on ICANN. I am involved in 2 panel discussions, both of them about internet fragmentation. That's what I'm doing over there. So I will be away from Thursday until October 3rd. I don't know if I can have meetings. So if I could, you will receive message for Sunday meeting. If I couldn't, then we will have it when I come back in early October. Of course, meanwhile, Sam and Jonathan, you feel free to contact Paul and Greg for whatever reason that you need those. Beyond that, I don't have anything specific to report. Oh, we will have a session. Global Technopolitics Forum will be presenting a panel in November in collaboration with a university in Rome. And I will deliver a talk in Brussels in November and in Milan in November, both of them about democracy and technology. So I pass the floor to Greg to update you about some of his activities. Greg?
Well, mostly, mostly I've been a little bit overwhelmed. I've taken over directing the Center for International Studies at USC, and that's been more time consuming than I expected. We had a very good book seminar last week on China, with a good book draft by a young colleague of mine, and 3 real stars in the sinology world as commentators. So it was a long day, but a good day. So I'm busy doing that, and then I'm also trying to finish up this long delayed book draft of mine. I'm determined to finish it by the end of the year for sure, and so that's been trying to spend time on that. So between USC and the book, things have gotten pretty busy again.
Mm-hmm. And we also have a paper in China that we have been working for last several months, which hopefully we are trying to finish by November and have it published. So I think on that, I turn to Puran. Puran, have you started? You were going to travel and start a new diplomacy work?
Thank you, Pari. I have the following to report. The first thing is that, as we talked during the last meeting that we had, there are quite a few things which are, in the making to happen. And I'll be keeping you and Greg into the loop. And that loop will mean that we would like to really involve Technopolitics Forum from the point of view of capturing the views on Quad, on China, on underwater awareness. And these things are going to be planned, and I will be part of that, by one of the senior, and he's a former senior Navy commander from Indian Navy. And he's one of the 5 commanders who worked on satellite warfare and communication. And the organization that he leads is known as Maritime Research Center, which is located in Pune, which is one of the sub-regions in India. So I'll be sort of keeping both of you into the loop. Second one is that I'm putting in this technology component, both in my development cooperation in Asia work, and also on Look East and Act East policy of India. So I'm adding in technology component so that, it stands out, and then it also fits into the overall mandate of Global Technopolitics Forum. Third thing, that my book project is now starting. And the good news is the following. The foreword has been agreed to be written by the Nobel laureate, who is from India, who got the Nobel Peace Prize with Malala of Pakistan. And so that is a very good news. And it has also been announced by Springer in Delhi.
What is the topic?
Topic could be the same, the future of universal basic income, repurposing welfare policy, welfare schemes, and social policies for the digital age. So it has been announced in Delhi by Springer. So the book sort of rolls out now. My plan to Taipei is firmed up. I'm leaving on 17th of October. And I'll be back on 27th of December. So I'll be away for about 2.5 months. And I'll be working directly with the office of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Joseph Wu. And the whole idea would be that I would be doing background research, policy advice, and also speaking on a few issues which would be closely related to democracy, development, India, China, Taiwan, and more particularly about Taiwan-India bilateral, which is going to really play out. So two democracies, how will they really shake their hands and move forward, given the shadow of China and the element of challenge which Chinese are presenting to both. One is Taiwan, the democracy, and India, another democracy. And in the month of November, I'll be speaking at IGF, which is Internet Governance Foundation at the UN, on two themes. One would be sustainable automation, and another one is going to be about sustainable internet usage. So
are you going to be physically there, or is it webinar?
it would be
The
webinar.
IGF one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are doing it out of Nairobi. And since I'll be in Taipei, I will not be able to really travel. So they
it
have
is
been
actually a physical event in Nairobi.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
Yeah. Okay.
absolutely. So this is a little bit of update from my side, and I'll keep both you and Greg while you are traveling. And if something occurs in the interim, then I'll keep you and Greg into the loop, and look forward to seeking your support.
Thank you
Great,
very
thank you.
much.
Thank you, Purna.
So I want to now come back again to Sam and Jonathan to see if they have any questions. And meanwhile, I didn't introduce, because right at the beginning, I was hoping, I wanted to sort everything with Paul before he disappears. So Paul and Puran are associates. So yeah, and we have some other associates that you will meet in other times. So any questions, Jonathan, Sam?
No, I think I'm good for now. I'll let you know if I do in the future.
Good. Sam?
Yeah, likewise. I just had one just regarding like the logistics of following up. Would I meet with Paul separately and then kind of like form out a schedule with him in terms of like what he expects and how he might be able to guide me through this, just in terms of how that's going to work?
Yes, I will send an intro email to both of you, and then from there on, Paul will take it over. Generally, we are very informal group, so feel free to reach to me, reach to Greg and Puran and anybody else, you know. Just the idea is it's a teamwork and we want to go forward with our projects. So anybody who could help will pitch in, and feel free to ask questions from anybody. But originally, yes, you will receive an email from me, and Jonathan, you will receive an email from me where I will connect you with Professor Traverton and Sam with Paul, and you can take it over from there.
Wonderful. Sounds good.
Okay, then. So, Greg, anything you want to discuss?
No, that's good. Sounds good.
No. Okay. Then I wish you, everyone, a very happy week ahead, and we will be in touch. Take care and talk to you soon.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
So it's us.
Is this-
Would you like to turn off the?
Yeah, let me
would you
stop
like-
recording.